Hey y'all, this is Tina. How's everybody's day? Happy Friday to everybody. My week has been very busy, so that's why you haven't seen or heard from me. But I've been working on my final DT project for KS for You. And this is what I've been working on. I think it turned out really cute. It does have boo-boos, I'm the first to admit. Some of the products I used in here were very difficult to work with, but I will show you when we come to it. First of all, I just want to say that most everything that you see in this book, the laces, most of them are going to be from KS for You, and I will point those out. A lot of it is things that I have repurposed, that I have been gifted or purchased at the discount stores, or that I've reused of my own. And also, I want to give a shout out to Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I've also used her digitals in here, which I love. I bought a bunch of her digitals back in the summer, and when she was going through a rough time. And I've used several of her ephemera, but I have never really had a chance to put a book together, even though I've purchased several of her kits. But I did include some of her digitals in this book, and I love them. They are just beautiful. So I will show those to you too as we come to it. Let me start off by telling you about the cover. First of all, this lace I think I bought from a D-Stash sale. This lace right here is Julie's, and the lace underneath it is Julie's. But what I've done here, I wanted to bring in the rose, her burgundy roses, to go with the cover. So I think this lace had just a white ribbon running down the center. So I've just covered that with her little rolled roses. Now, this book is made out of some of her placemats that I purchased from her live sale. And I'll show you what they look like on the inside. They had the berries. So this book is made from her placemats. And on top of this outside, which is the inside part of the placemat, it was just burgundy. It didn't have the print. So I've covered it in her lace. This background is covered in her lace. And then on top of that, this is from a lady's blouse that I have repurposed. And I just love these. I had these in my D-Stash sale. I'm not sure if y'all saw that or not. But anyway, I wanted to use some of it because I think it's beautiful. And the back, it just wraps around, and the back is the same. And this is part of Julie's lace that you see under here and up here. So I'm real happy with the way that cover turned out. I think it's so pretty. Excuse the angle of my camera. I don't know what's going on with it. I'm always struggling with it. Okay, so this is the first two pages. Here I just made a pocket. And this is some of Tina's paper that I just made a little card that you can write in. And I just embellished. This is part of Julie's, one of her trims, and I just cut it. I cut it across here, and then I just added a little flower just to kind of dress it up a little bit. I'm going to hold this back up so you can see. This was Julie's beautiful placemat that I bought. I just loved it because it reminded me of fall, and I love the berries, and I love the colors. This is one of my handmade shabby flowers. Excuse me. I don't know whether to call it a rose or what. It's just a shabby flower that I made out of some curtain lace. And then this is one of, I think this was one of Julie's bling that I put in the middle. This is some vintage trim that I bought from a D-Stash sale with the little green. It just brings out some of the green in the placemat. This is Julie's lace here that I've made the pocket. And also, I've trimmed it out at the top here with Julie's little trim. And this is just the lace that you see from the front. And this next page, this is one of Tina's little digital ephemera pieces, or I guess you can, I just made it into a card, and then I framed it out with Julie's lace here. This background, this is what I had difficulties working with, y'all. I don't know if y'all are familiar with working with velvet and glue. It just doesn't mix sometimes, and it's just really, really difficult. And it picks up all the little fuzzies. So y'all excuse, it's not perfect. But handmade things aren't supposed to be perfect, okay? This is some pretty lace that I picked up off a de-stash sale also that had the burgundy ribbon. And then, let's see. Put this back in here. And the next page. This is the other side of the velvet. Another one of Tina's beautiful images. And these are made to look like, I think they were ads, like they each are like advertising for different things. But they all have the children in common, and I love the colors, and I love that they're Victorian looking. So I thought they went well together with this book. Here I've just added this little bow, and this is one of Julie's blings. So pretty. And honestly, and I'm so sorry, I cannot remember if I got this trim from Julie. This has a ribbon running down the middle also, but this is a different one than the first one I showed you. And now this is Julie's trim that I framed out the picture. Here, this is a doily that I had in my stash that I have just added between the pages. Over here, I've made a little tuck spot out of some of Julie's beautiful lace. I love this lace. And I think this is the first time I've used this lace. It's gorgeous. This is a pretty placemat. Down here, this flower, this came off of a little girl's hair bow, and I just thought it was super pretty. And I thought it matched so well, so I just stuck it right there in the corner. This is a little pull-out journal. This is some of Tina's beautiful paper. Here, this is Julie's little eyelash trim that just wraps around, and it covers the staples, so I just stapled it together. This was a little Timu flower. But you open it up, and this is some paper that I had in my stash. A couple of pieces of that. And in the middle, I've added 4 or 5 sheets that you can write on, and they're lined front and back. Just make a little writing pad. It tucks right there. Now this lace right here, I think I also bought from a de-stash sale. I need to start writing it down. I'm so sorry, I get confused and can't remember. I've got so much lace in my stash that I cannot keep up with whose is whose. I'm so sorry. I do recognize most of Julie's, but there's just a few that I just can't keep up with it. Now this page is all about Julie and her shop. This is the central of the book, and everything you see on here is going to be from Julie, except for the cards, of course. This is her trim across the top here. And I think I showed this. I remember sharing this in my DT kit. This is one piece. She does have the single appliques like this also, but this is the trim. And so what I've done, I've just come in between here where it was, the netting was all the way across. I just cut out the little, in between pieces just because I didn't want it on there. And I just left it. I didn't add anything else up here at the top because I let this hang over the top a little bit. It's so pretty. And then down each side, down the sides here, is another one of Julie's trims. This is the rose trim and the ivory. So pretty. This is some of her wide lace that I made the pockets. These are just some... Now this is some card I had in my stash, and I just made some journal cards there again, just to have something to stick in the pockets there. But Julie's lace is so pretty up against this burgundy, it really pops, and I love that. And this is also one of her trims that I use quite a bit. And I think this trim under here, I think this is also from a D-stash. Could be Julie's. I'm sorry, I can't remember. It's just a tiny gathered little trim. But everything else you see on here is from Julie's. And you'll need to go, if you haven't been to get in on her 50% off sale, I think you have another day. But you need to go if you need any supplies. And it's ksforyou.net. She's got 50% off. Use a coupon code. It's LIVE50, LIVE50. And you get 50% off. And I think it ends tomorrow. So if you need anything, be sure and go visit her shop. Now on this page right here, and this is a different lace, and I'm almost positive this was from a D-stash sale because it had some damage on it. Now this up here, this is very unique. This is my one-of-a-kind. I played around with some trims, or some little appliques, not trims, sorry. Some little appliques that Julie sent me. And I want to show you. She sent me some little appliques in this pack. And I could not, for the life of me, come up with a way to use them. And so, you know, I like to just sit and play and, you know, move things around and try to piece it together or whatever. So this is what I came up with. I made my own butterfly. So I cut pieces off, and this is not the same. Yeah, this is not the same one. But anyway, I cut these little pieces off that were connected. This is the little curlicue thing that I made the antenna. So cute. This had another little piece down here, but it was too much for the wings, so I cut that part off. I added some of her flat backs that are connected for the body, and this is one of her little center pieces, like for the flower, the flat back pearl. I think it turned out so cute. Y'all can laugh at it if you want to. I laughed when I first made it, but then I grew to love it. So, you know, you just got to play. So I had fun doing that anyway. So I think it's cute. I don't care if you laugh. You can laugh. We all need a good laugh, right? This is some more trim right here from the D-stash sale. And there is the second part of the doily I had. Another beautiful image from Tina. But first of all, let me go back and show you this other little book I made. This is some more of Tina's beautiful paper. The colors were perfect. And again, Julie's little eyelash trim. I did this one a little different. I'll let it hang off the edge here. And it's the same on the inside. Yep. Plenty of little writing space. So cute. Sorry if you hear my tummy growling. I've not ate much today, and I'm hungry. Okay, this is Tina's other beautiful little image here. Now this little bouquet, I pieced it together, and it came from two of Julie's little. It's like a bunch, like a bouquet of these different flowers, and it wasn't quite what I wanted, so I just took them apart, and then I put them back together the way that I wanted. So there it is. So pretty. And I just love these images. These are so pretty, Tina. Now this is a vintage D-stash lace here that I got. But I just framed it out. And the next page. This is just a card. I made this little image into a card. I got this from a free Pinterest, I think. It was a free digital. And I love what it says. Beautiful. This is one of Julie's little bows. This is Julie's beautiful lace here that I have, again, cut apart, pieced it together just the way I wanted it to fit around to make a frame. If you look really close, I added these little sparkle flat backs to mimic this silver beading on the front, just to bring in that other little touch of silver which I think is so cute. And right here, I've just added, see how these little fuzzies like to stick to the velvet? Drives me crazy. But this is one of Julie's little flat hearts. Sorry. So cute. And this is the back page. And another little card. Tina's pretty paper. And there again, Julie's pretty lace for the pocket. And her pretty little trim. And this is one of Julie's doilies. And then this I had part of a bracelet, and I have just clipped it. I've added a little piece of bling in the middle and made my own little charm. The color is perfect with this vintage trim here. This is a pretty butterfly that I got from Temu. So that's my last and final project for September, y'all. I hope that everybody loves it. And this will be going for sale in my Etsy. So if you know anybody that is interested or that would like it, you can let me know before I put it in the Pinterest, excuse me. My brain is getting tired. And before I put it in my Etsy, if you know of anyone that might be interested in this book, I can sell it to you cheaper before I put it into my Etsy. So it'll be a few days before I get it in there. So if anybody's interested, just send me an email. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I hope to see you soon with next month's design team package. You'll have a great weekend. Bye.